part 2, get some guns, looking at their gun selection. And yeah, I might be a little bit off in this Mini. I just hefted it, and it's actually a lot lighter than I thought it was. It's got that tubular AR-15 style retractable buttstock. And whoa, $1,500. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit expensive. A little bit. Also, anytime you go with the Mini 14 tactical model, you're going to lose some sight radius, specifically the mount shown. Because they put that flash hider on there, they move the flash or the front sight back. Not a huge deal, but I'm a big fan of keeping that sight radius as long as possible. There's an interesting coloration, Mini 14 stock. Great guns, those Minis, love them. Another good looking gun. Not sure what that is. $3,800 though, dude. That's probably another Galil variation. That's what it looks like to me. M1A. I had an M1A for a number of years. Loved that gun. Ended up selling it. I'll tell you why later. Pump shotgun. This is running for $400. That's a good value. Mossberg 500. Pump shotgun. That's a proven design. I still like the 1300 for its speed, as shown in my tactical shotgun primer. And there's some Kimber 45 1911 or Thompson remakes. I think Kimber's doing that. Auto Ordnance brand. Last time I checked, it was Kimber making them. $900. That to me kind of runs into the second kind of cool. In other words, they just love the Thompson design. But the weight of that gun, I think it's around 11 pounds, is designed and suited for full automatic fire. When you are constrained to semi-auto only, you're carrying around a lot of extra weight for no reason. They are very expensive. They're very cool, but to me, it's kind of the second kind of cool. If you're looking for full tactical capability, I would probably prefer to go with a 223 tactical carbine, maybe an SU-16C. It's something lightweight, lots of firepower. But there is a specific kind of charm that goes with the Thompson 45, I will tell you that. And they're very well made. These auto ordnance ones, they have excellent fit and finish and quality, great collectability. So I understand why some guys just say, I love that gun. Hey, there's a little Cricket or Chipmunk 22 hiding back there. You saw my review of that gun, right? This is a different style. Check this one out. It's got the waffle or the paddle style of bolt. This is probably not a Cricket. This one is a Henry, actually. Henry actually came out as a competitor, probably trying to break into that market. Same type of gun though. These little 22 single shots are excellent. There's a Kel-Tec sitting there hiding out in the corner. Is that a PL22? It is. That's the same PL22 we saw in part 1. Lightweight, man, that's light. I really want to test that. I want to go shooting it. And more importantly, I want one. That would be fun. There's a 700 Remington. That's a police model in 308. And actually, guys, that is not a bad price on that. $900. They used to be around 6 or 7, but with what's been going on, Remington 700 police models have gone up in price. Someone asked me, he's like, hey, are those only police only? Nope, they're not. Remington prefers to distribute them to law enforcement only. However, it just depends on who the distributor is, who they give the gun to. What's this gun here? Henry Arms in 17 HMR lever action. I'm not a huge fan of Henry. I shouldn't say that. Henry makes some high value guns, but the fit and finish and their quality of materials, I think, leaves a little bit to be desired. For instance, I bet you $1 to donuts that this receiver is made out of pot metal. And if you had a Winchester like this, they used to machine it out of a solid block of steel. I want to do a 94-22 lever action review, and you're going to see what the workmanship should be like on a lever action. Sadly, those days are going, and now with Winchester being out of business currently, that gun's no longer being produced. Here's some Weatherby's, and I'll tell you what, Weatherby has gotten real smart lately, making a wide variety of tactically oriented guns. They're very accurate, they're very reliable, and these are such examples. These are called Threat Response in 308. I would imagine their weight's going to be about like the 700P. Little note on barrel length. It's currently vogue to have a 20-inch barrel on your bolt gun, maybe 22-inch barrel. I will tell you, I'm not a fan. I think if you're going to go for a precision rifle, go at least 24-inch. I mean, what are you saving? I mean, it's not going to be a super lightweight gun unless you go fluted like this one. This is probably an FN here. Nope, that's Remington 700 XCR, 1,120 bucks. I mean, if your POU is you want to go super light, here's another Remington, that really lightweight trapezoidal barrel-shaped Remington. That's a VTR. That one's in 223. Then that's fine. That's your POU. I want a lightweight bolt gun, and I think that's a completely separate philosophy of use. However, if you're going for absolute precision, I don't really worry about too much weight in that situation, and I want that extra barrel length for extra velocity, less blast. Call me crazy. That's just me. Here's some other guns here. I better get going, man. This is going to be like forever if I keep blabbering like this. Whole selection here. I'm not sure what this gun is here. Kind of funky. Let's look on the side. Volquartsen Evolution. I love Volquartsen, by the way. Great company. I think it's Todd Volquartsen. I talked to him years ago. He's very, whoa, $2,050. Looks like a 223 mag, but it could be a different chambering. It's cool. That's a varmint gun. That's what it's designed for. A couple shotguns over here. It's this one right here. It's funny, I always gravitate to the tactical ones. You guys know that. $240 for this one. That is an Norinco 982 pump shotgun. Don't know much about it. Hawk model is what they call it. Less than $300 though. That's pretty good. A couple of over and unders over there. Nice rail of gg&g accessories right here. And like I said, Get Some's got a great variety of this stuff. Make good rings. Some guys will say, gg&g, man, they're no good. That's not what I found. I think G&G makes some really good stuff. Maybe not the lightest weight stuff out there. I found that LaRue Tactical can beat them in terms of weight, but it's expensive. That's an interesting AR-15 sight, and it's going to elevate your optics up to the right eye level too. I'll tell you what though, it's not light. It's as light as it can be. It's made out of aluminum. They milled it. It's going to run you 90 bucks. But that's a one-piece unit, too. How cool is that? So I think that would be a smart option if you're going to mount a scope on there. Of course, you're doing an aim point or EOTech, then your mount is going to be different. EOTech is integral. The other single-point mounts, I like those. I like simplicity. If I can just put on and take off my optics and return to zero, I'm a fan of that. You guys know that. Let's walk over here. Here's some optical sights. There's that Trijicon reflex sight. That's kind of fallen out of favor lately. A lot of guys think it has a very limited field of view. There's an aim point magnification accessory. I think that's way overpriced for what you get. Not just here, everywhere. That's going to run you around $500 bucks. And yeah, they're charging $550 here. And you get what out of that? You get a 3-power magnification, and your whole setup's going to weigh probably more than an entire scope would have. So, no, not a fan. Other ones, there's a different Burris, and I don't know too much about that one. That one, they're calling that one Extreme Tactical Speed Dot. You saw that Speed Dot, the sporting variety, on that Kel-Tec SU-16C. And there is the tactical version. 3 MOA, red dot sight. Burris generally makes some pretty good stuff, so it's probably decent. I'm going to do some ACOG reviews in the future. And here's a Trijicon ACOG. And one of my criticisms of it is the price. That's $1,400, dudes. That's a lot. There's a lot of less expensive options that will function just as good, in my opinion. There's that tactical Burris again, $300. I think I did look at that one time. I think it's definitely heavier than that other one, the Speed Dot, but I need to look more into it. It's probably going to be a high value alternative to an aim point, maybe. Some scopes. I'm not going to spend a lot of time down here. Night Force scopes are good scopes. I'll tell you what, they weigh like a ton. I mean, sadly Missing had one that weighed 38 ounces. Insane. That's insane. It changes the whole field of weight, the gun. Yeah, I know a little while ago I said I'm not too concerned about my bolt gun weight, but I mean, within reason. I'm not going to put a scope on there that weighs 4 pounds, and I need some dolly wheels to wheel it into position. No, I'm not going to do that. Some other red dot sights. That's a Seymour variety. A lot of IPSC competitors love that Seymour sight. It's had really good reviews from them. There's a mini red dot sight. I'm trying to see the brand. Oh, that's Cig. I'm not sure who makes that for them. I like mini red dot sights. I think the Aimpoint mini red dot, though, is way overpriced. I'm not seeing it here. They probably have it. There's a selection of Kel-Tecs. I talked about that in my review. Very nice. Check this out. There is a full-on package for your Ruger 1022. It's called the Archangel Advanced Rimfire System. Cool. So again, everybody wants their gun to look like an AR-15 apparently, and so there's a way to do it. And they even have a barrel sleeve. Look at that. You throw it over your barrel and it even makes it good. But you know what? That could be helpful in that 1022 is all you got and you want to make it look imposing. Might be a way to do it. If you go into WROL, could be helpful. There's a folding stock. I'm trying to think. It looks like an AK stock. Yep, it is. $50. I'm sure some legalities will go into play. If you have a US spec AK, you can throw that on. Tapco stuff is pretty good. The more I look at it, the more I use it, the more I like it. There's a Galil front end forearm by Tapco. I showed you that on that Mac 90. Excellent. CAA accessories. I'll just do a quick flyby on this wall here. There's some mil-spec bolt carriers for AR-15. That one's not mil-spec. That's a Rock River. I'm sure he's got them, though. I love PRI stuff. This is a Precision Reflex gas buster. Handle. Actually, is that a gas buster? Look right here. But it's got the big latch on the side. Yeah, it is a gas buster. The way you can tell on what I'm talking about, guys, is a gas buster. If you put a suppressor on your AR-15 with a DI gun, it's going to tend to shoot more crap back in your face as there's more resistance to it. And this gas buster has a milled channel that redirects the gas flow away from your face. It's called a gas buster handle. If you're going to suppress a DI gun, highly recommended. And I love that big latch. I have used them a lot on ARs, and it speeds up the charging process a lot. Dig it. All kinds of AR-15 parts here. There's some DPMS replacement parts. Excellent. There's some laser accessories here. Sorry if I'm bouncing the camera. I'm trying to hold it as steady as I can. Some more triple G stuff. And then we get into some really hard to find AR-15 parts. One of those, I think, and you can find them, but they're hard to find, that is a variety of front sights for AR-15. And I prefer the thinner front sights. Here's one that has a very small post on it, but I find if you're going to run irons, if you run a thinner front sight, you're going to get a much more precise sight picture. Yeah, you might lose a little bit in durability, but keep in mind that thing is fully protected in the sight base, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Here's some of those ergo grip accessories, all on the wall. Awesome. I'm a big fan of this grip right here for AR-15. I showed you that in my AR-15 versus AK video. There's a fusion grip, Tapco variety. I like that grip too. Not a fan of these big vertical grips, and I really don't like carrying extra weight on my ARs. Therefore, I don't want to have extra batteries going along for the ride either. So that's just me. There's the one I showed you on that LaRue AR-15. That's the short ergo grip. I am a fan of that one. That one's cool. Called a pop bottle vertical grip because it's short, as light as possible. Does away with all the nonsense for extra carriage of items, which I'm not going to do anyhow. And no, I don't carry extra parts inside my gun. If I need them, I'll have them in my kit somewhere else. But I'm trying to keep my gun as light as possible. There's that 5C2 YHM Phantom flash suppressor. Love that. Has a closed bottom, scalloped edges for CQB. It's my favorite overall flash suppressor. As long as you're not mounting a sound suppressor on it, it works fine. Nice selection of triple G rear sights here, guys. Those prices are actually pretty fair too. It's hard to find a rear sight though that has a very low mounting profile. The PRIs I have found do that. A along the order, and I'm just off the top of my head, like, I don't know, 0.45 inches, less than half an inch is what you're looking for. I know the 40L does that too. It's a low profile rear sight for AR if you're running regular optics. There's a Tech BUIS sight there.
Well, it does. That one does, the 45.
Then we get into some magazines. There's some Cig mags, 1911 mags, AR-15, AK mags. Good selection of those all the way around. If you're having a hard time finding your magazines for your system, you might want to give Get Some a call. Again, you may not find the cheapest price here, but at least you're going to find it. Selection of SR mag, SR9 mags there, and $30. That's okay. P series. What is that? 32 round P series. Ruger. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know Pro Mag did that. That is a P series Ruger 30 rounder. Dude, I have to factor that into my firepower talking point next time I do a Ruger review. I had no idea Pro Mag was making that. I thought that was a Glock mag at first. It's not. It's a 32 round P series Ruger pistol magazine. Great job, Pro Mag. Whole series of Glock mags back here. So just kind of pan this here. This would just be a two-parter. Here's your P mags down here. Oh, that's not P mags. Those look like the Magtech, not Magtech, but Microtech Stare AUG copy. $40. That's a nice mag though. Super lightweight, strong. It's just basically a Stare AUG mag, and those things wear forever. More AK mags. It's your Butler Creek 1022 mags. Hot lips are okay. I much prefer the steel lips. So hot lips are running $27 here. Supply and demand, guys. And then your steel lips, which have steel feed lips, running $34. You can see they're starting to sell out. Subject to change. My favorite 1022 mag remains the Tactical Innovations magazine, which you can take apart for cleaning. Love that. And lubrication. Here's your Ruger 20 round factory mags. Surprises me those are so readily available now. For many years they were just impossible to get. And then you have some holster selections on this wall. That's cool. RSR Defense. That seems like a high value plastic holster system. Some hot. There's those Serpas from Blackhawk. I'm a big fan of those. You guys have seen them in pictures and videos. You'll see more of them. I love how they lock in. They retain well. Really love them on a chest rig. Those Blackhawk Serpas, as you've seen. Golden Goodrich. That's that belly band brand I showed you earlier. They have a whole selection of holsters here. Oh, and then we get into the Cig Pistols. You guys know I'm a fan. The Cig is my 1911. I absolutely love them. Huge variety of Cigs here to lust after. There's a Cig P250 there, an OD frame. I'm going to do a review on that. I'd really like to do a shooting review on it as well if I can. They're selling that one. That's a 40 P250 for $580. Oh, and there's some Cig Mosquitoes in digital camo. You have Desert Digital and then ACU. Those are good looking. Those little Cig Mosquitoes, though, I hope I'm telling you right. That's not a Cig Mosquito, actually. I lied. That's probably a 250. They do have mosquitoes that look just like that. You can look at the bore, though. You can see that's a full bore size. $650. That's probably a 250. I didn't know they made that coloration, though. That's really cool. Awesome. XD Springfield, nice. SR9, did a review on that. You know I love that gun. It's a great high value handgun. Some H&Ks down there. I'm running out of time. We'll just make this a two-parter. Walther P22, there's a Glock. Very nice. FNP9, I did a review on that. That one right there in the center. Big fan of that. There's one in a OD coloration. Love these guns. Some limited edition Beretta 92s. There's a Taurus 24/7 tactical Pro, I do believe. Springfield 1911, did a review on that. A couple more subcompact 1911s in the back. I'm kind of getting in everybody's way here, so I got to make it quick.
talking about ammunition.
Guns. There's some more Cigs right there. Great selection of Springfield XDs of all sorts and descriptions right here.
Difference between a 5.53 and a
There you go.
It feels exactly the same as a
Awesome.
308 round. How much more is the
And we're going to end with this wall here. There's that FN 308. That's kind of a takeoff on the Browning semi-automatic rifle design. Good times, man. I'm out of time, man. So much to look. Mike, thanks for letting us come in. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
it's my pleasure. Come in anytime.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and annotate, get Sam's phone number on the video. You guys know Mike, you know Brent. You can call. Don't waste your time, though. If you have, Mike likes to talk.
Call.
Okay, there you have it. But Mike's very knowledgeable. Anything that I just showed you, he knows about, and he can answer further questions. So thanks again, Mike. We're out of here. Maybe we'll come back again. We'll do some tabletop reviews of some different guns.
I'll be here.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
Nutnfancy signing off. Thanks so much, guys. Peace out.